also comes a fundamental thing, which is, look, Hamas has to realize, and Hamas, not to get too much into, the
Hey, sports fans all over the world, it's your guy, Majestic Sounds. Hey, listen, if you like the content that we're creating and you would like to support us, just head on over to our Patreon page and become an exclusive member of the Gridiron Sports Podcast. Also, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do that for us. And don't hesitate to leave us a comment. We would love your feedback. All right, y'all already know what I'm about to do at this point. DC4 Life.
Spartans, prepare for glory. Here we go.
Stand up, baby. Cowboy Nation. Y'all already know who it is. Y'all stand up, baby. Y'all stand up for me. Y'all already know the NFL draft is around the corner, baby. And I wanted to make sure I jump on here and talk to y'all for a few more minutes, baby. I got a little bit to tell y'all, just a little news for you, baby. Some of y'all probably already know, and some of y'all might not, baby. But I'm going to get ready to tell you here in a few minutes. Just give me a few minutes. Let me get myself together. Welcome to the Gridiron Sports Podcast. I am your host, Majestic Sounds. And like I said, I got a little news for you today, baby. All right, Cowboy Nation, on last week, the Dallas Cowboys re-signed Tyron Smith to a one-day contract just so he can retire as a Dallas Cowboy. Tyron Smith was the left tackle for the Dallas Cowboys for many of years, protecting my favorite quarterback, Dak Prescott, and also his favorite quarterback, although he played also with Tony Romo, Dez Bryant, and a whole lot of other players. Yeah, Cowboy Nation, he decided to retire last week. He signed a one-day contract so he can retire as a Dallas Cowboy instead of retiring as a New York Jet. He spent most of his years with us protecting Tony Romo and protect Dak Prescott blindside. So he said he had a lot of fun playing, had a lot of fun. The time he was with Dak, it's just what it is. It's no knock to Tony Romo or any of the backup quarterbacks that we had. It's just, he said he had more fun and most of his challenges, I guess, probably was during the Dak Prescott era. But anyway, he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Ain't no doubt in my mind. And Jerry Jones said during the press conference that he would be put in the Ring of Honor. So we will see his name in the Ring of Honor, ladies and gentlemen. So shout out to Tyron Smith. And I want to personally tell you, thank you, my brother, for protecting my favorite quarterback, for all that you've done for the organization, for the team, just the hard work that you put in year after year, season after season, every practice, building chemistry and camaraderie with the rest of the team, even when there was unfavorable times and during hardship times. You was there with the team and you gave them your all. Even through your injuries, you was out there, man, giving your all. So big shout out to Tyron Smith, and whatever you got planned for the rest of your life, I hope all goes well with you, my brother. All right, Cowboy Nation, the 2025 Dallas Cowboys schedule. Let me say that again. The 2025 schedule has been released. I'm going to see, can I pull this up real quick for you guys so we can, so y'all can get a look at it, and so we can talk about it real quick and let you see what we got going on for the 2025 season, baby. So for the 2025 season, let me make sure this is on. Look like it's on. So hopefully you guys can see it. Look like I got it right. All right. So for the 25 season, as you can see, the dates to be announced. The dates are to be announced. So the dates aren't in yet. And then you can see right here the time will be announced. And then the TV channel is to be announced as well. So all of that is to be announced, but we do know the teams that we are playing. So if they go in this particular order, like they got it right here, I don't have no problem with this order, especially with these 2 New York games. So we might as well just stay in New York that particular week, whenever that week is. So that's pretty cool. I appreciate the league for thinking about that. So I'm going to run off these teams and the location real quick. So I'm assuming it's going to be week 1, and all of this is subject to change, but these are the teams that we are playing. That's for sure. These are the teams. So we're playing the Carolina Panthers at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. Then we're playing the Chicago Bears, Soldier Field, Chicago, Illinois. Then, of course, we play these guys every year, the New York G-Men Giants, which some people saying they roster look pretty good. I haven't really taken out the time to go look at their roster. Maybe later on I will. They're coming to our house. We got to play them. Most likely that'll be a win for us. The Carolina game should be a win. Chicago game should be a win. We should start out like 3-0. And then right after that, we got the defending champs, the Philadelphia Eagles, but they coming to our house, so hopefully we'll win that. Then we got the Washington Commanders, the second best team in the conference, in my humble opinion. And I know I get it, you guys. Well, man, you ain't giving us a shot. Well, I'm just being honest. I'm telling you the truth. As of now, if we going roster for roster, their roster is better than our roster right now. The Washington Commanders will be coming to us. So we got to bring our A game. They coming to AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. Then we got the Green Bay Packers coming to us, so that leads me to think. Then we got Minnesota, Green Bay. Go back up, we got Chicago. So we're playing the NFC North, which is one of the better divisions in our conference. So we got the Green Bay Packers, and they're coming to our house. We got Minnesota Vikings, they're coming to our house. We got the Arizona Cardinals. I don't know how they are going to look next year, but they're coming to our house. And then we got old Patty Mahomes. Anytime you play Patty Mahomes, he gonna bring his A game. Kansas City Chiefs got arguably the best quarterback, the best coach, the best tight end. So we already know they bringing their A game and nothing less for the most part. And they're coming to us, to Arlington, Texas. And then we got the LA Chargers. We always beat them. They coming to Arlington, Texas. And then we got to take our show on the road to the Denver Broncos and Power Field at Mile High. So hopefully we will practice, because we're going to be a mile high in the sky over in Denver, Colorado. So hopefully we can practice over there and get kind of used to the atmosphere. And then we obviously most of these games coming up going to be on the road. And then we got the Detroit Lions in their house in Detroit. And the Detroit Lions lost their offensive coordinator. They lost their defensive coordinator, if I'm not mistaken. So one can argue we don't know what this game can be. We might can win. We may not win. This a toss-up. And then, of course, the Las Vegas Raiders. Who knows what the Las Vegas Raiders going to do. We'll just have to sit back and see what's going on with the Las Vegas Raiders. But in my humble opinion, we can beat them. And, of course, we will beat the Giants again. We just have to beat them in their house in MetLife Stadium. And then, like I told you guys previously, we got the New York Jets right behind it in the same stadium. So arguably we'll be just hanging out in New York or New Jersey for that whole entire week. And then we'll shoot down to Philly, to Lincoln Financial Field, and play the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia. And then we can move on down Landover, Maryland, and play the Washington Commanders again. And that's pretty much the schedule, ladies and gentlemen. Again, don't know the dates and don't know the time right now, and really we don't know the order, but hopefully that's the order. That's actually a decent order. We can easily be 3-0 before we face Philly, and we'll have some confidence. But honestly speaking, ladies and gentlemen, we just got to make sure we cross our T's and dot our I's when it comes to the roster. We just got to do what we got to do in the draft. Hopefully in the second wave of free agency, we can bring in a veteran corner. We can bring in a legit veteran number 2 wide receiver, so we won't have to put pressure on our young wide receiver core in the wide receiver room. Let's just be honest. There are a bunch of young guys, a bunch of 3s and 4s in the wide receiver room, and we got only 1, no 2, you know, I wouldn't dare put that burden and responsibility on a group of young guys, and that's where the front office messed up at, asking a group of young guys to come in and act like they some 5 and 6 year veterans. And man, come on, bro, that's impossible. Don't put that expectation on a group of young wide receivers like that. So we got Jonathan Mingo, and people are saying that he's going to make a step up. I'm not sure about that. You know, they say they've been looking at the film, and, you know, other content creators been saying that, and I hope they right. I hope he do step up. But as of now, I can only go off of what I've seen. And so far, Jalen Tolbert is the number 3. I don't see Jonathan Mingo leaping a Jalen Tolbert. I just don't see it. And Jalen Brooks, it looks promising as well. And then shout out to Cavante Turbin, who's actually a special teams guy. But as you can see this past season, he did a lot for us in the wide receiver room as well. And he took some snaps at the running back position as well. And so shout out to Brian Schottenheim for mixing up the play calling on that. I'm sure he got with Mike McCarthy and put some of those wrinkles in during certain games. So shout out to the coaching staff on that. We got a new coaching staff now. I'm looking for Brian Schottenheimer and the coaching staff to lead us to the promised land. All right, Cowboy Nation, that's my time. And I truly thank you all for your time. Remember, give us the thumbs up. Subscribe to this particular channel. All right. Also, share this content. Share it with a friend. Share it with a neighbor. Share it with a family member. Share it with a coworker. Share it with a stranger. Share it with your significant other, even your enemy. And maybe y'all might become cool after talking about the Dallas Cowboys. DC for life.
What's your point? What's your point?
My point is, baby, y'all better make some noise in the draft, baby.